Good evening to all. Maglaro tayo ng quiz about Philippine history. Good evening, guys. Saan ba? Tayo. What were people of mixed Spanish, Chinese, Spanish native, or Chinese native ancestry referred to as? Hanggang saan ang ano natin ito? Aabot yung kaalaman natin. What? Johnson since her heart, thumbs up done. Thank you for coming. Hello. Thank you for coming. Ay, ba yan? Ano ba to? Mali. Hindi pala ako makapagbigay ng jacket. A group of elite, well-educated individuals. Hello, host. Hi. Thank you for coming. Johnson since her heart. Welcome sa maliit kong bahay. Individual whose main focus was Philippine nationalism were collectively called Katipuneros. Ay, mali. Nako, di ko alam The Spanish referred to the natives, the lowest group in the Spanish imposed class structure by what term? Indios. Yan, tama ko. Isa lang tama ko. The Spanish referred to the natives, the lowest. Okay. Next na. Who were the Peninsulares? Individual who settled on the Luzon Peninsula, the native Spanish-born individual church official who ruled the Philippines, individual of Spanish descent. Ayan, correct. Ay, mali. Mali pala yun. Paus ang ano ko Paus ang boses ko. What were individuals called if they were born in the Philippines but were of entirely Spanish descent? Ang hirap naman to. Mestizos? Mali din. Mali. Thank you for coming. Ay, bata po mag-ex. Wait lang. Isa lang tama ko Ilang minutes na? 4 minutes. Under Spanish rule. Hirap naman ito. For how many years did Spanish rule last in the Philippines? Wala ko. Hindi ko alam to Ilang years? I forgot already. Hula na lang ako nito. 330 years? Mali din. I think 300. The Hispanic period had started in the Philippines in 1500s. Who was the first governor of the Philippines? Nako. Mali din. Which one of these Philippine revolts during the Hispanic period lasted longest? Revolts. Revolt. Okay. In 1762. In 17, wait lang. 1762, 1763, the most popular revolt took place in Ilocos. Diego and Gabriela Silang has defended Ilocos from the Spanish authorities. Identify the relationship of the Silangs. Sibling. Ay, husband and wife? Mali. Mali. Mali ako ah. The religious revolt of Hermano Poli took 17 months to quell. The root of this revolt came from this kind of order. The one this author described was a government order, business order, personal religious order. Mm-hmm. Mali din. Hirap ah. Which of these priests was executed by Governor General Rafael de Izocuerdo in 1872? Mm-hmm. Naku po, mali. Jose Rizal and other illustrados. Spanish for Filipino intellectuals had established this group of propaganda writers. The name of this progressive society newspaper against Spain was La Liga Filipina, El Filibusterismo, La Solidaridad Ilustrados. I think La Liga Filipina. Ay, my God. Hirap pa. July 1892, La Liga Filipina, Spanish for the Philippine League, was established by Dr. Jose Rizal in Tondo, Manila. Mm-hmm. No thanks. Ay, daming. Ayun. Andres Bonifacio talked personally to Rizal during the latter's exile in Dapitan. No pala. Filipinos remember Dr. Jose Rizal as the patriot of the masses. He was executed by the Spanish authorities in Luneta, Bagumbayan by then Manila in December 30, 1896. Which of these capital punishment was used to execute him? Shooting. The massive raid in the printing press of the Diario de Manila, Spanish for the newspaper of Manila, had alarmed the Katipunan members due to the arrest of their several comrades. After the second general meeting, these men decided to tear up this important document. Which of these was it? Ay, mali pala. The Tijeros Convention happened in which Philippine province? Cavite. The Spanish-American War brought an end to Spanish rule in May 1898. The Americans, under Commodore George Dewey, won the Battle of Manila Bay. Ang nakuha ko lang sagot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 13. Walong mali ko. It's so difficult, the president. Thursday Vibes, hi! Mayang gabi, Thursday Vibe. Thank you sa pagbisita. Ano na dyan 10:30. Mayang gabi, Thursday Vibe. Maraming salamat. Ito, nag-quiz-quiz na lang ako. Magaling dito si Thursday Vibes eh. BE Food sis. Who was the first president of the Republic? Oh, mali pa ako dito Si Manuel Quezon, di ba? Ay, si Emilio Aguinaldo. How long did Ferdinand Marcos rule? Ilang years ba yun? Hindi ko alam ilang taon ba yun? Wala nang alam. Ay, buti na lang. Tama. Ferdinand Marcos' wife, Imelda Marcos, was famous for her 30 siguro. Ferdinand Marcos' wife, Imelda Marcos, was famous for her collection of shoes. Tapos na pala. Hairstyle. President Arroyo's father also served as President of the Philippines. When Gloria Macapagal Arroyo became President of the Philippines, how many female presidents had there been before her? 1. Okay. Ano tayo, papatagisan tayo ng kung hanggang saan ang aabot yung kaalaman. Maraming salamat, Thursday Vibes! Which president of the Philippines had a father who was also a president? Which president of the had a father who was also a president? Ferdinand Marcos. Gloria. Estado mo. Ito si Gloria. Manuel L. Quezon was the first president of the Commonwealth of the Philippines. Hindi, Commonwealth pala. Okay. Tama, yes. True. Ay, ano to? Tagal pa. May mga commercial. Fidel V. Ramos led the EDSA revolution along with Juan Ponce Enrile and Corazon Aquino. True. Ayan, isa lang mali. Ay, ako. Saan tayo? Manila street names. Lapit na tayo matapos. Aha, true or false man. The street became famous because it used to house the Fleur de Lis theater, once regarded as the Broadway of Heran. This street was named after a representative for the South District of Manila in 1927 who also served as minority floor leader in the House of Representatives. Pablo Campo, Pedro Hill, oh, George Bukobo, Juan Nakpil. I think si Juan Nakpil. Ay, mali. Si Pedro G? Pedro Hill pala. Mali. Sige, antayin ko sagot mo ha. This former Manila street was named after a former alcalde mayor of Pasay in 1871. Later on, he was one of the founder of Iglesia Pilipinas Independiente Aglipayan Church in Pasay. Oh, Papa, Kyrie, did you eat already?
Oh,
No.
katatikon yung pechawa.
Still hot. But looks like when we go in the on the clinic, they check the temperature become lower. But this evening become hot.
How?
Former alcalde mayor of Pasay. Sino? Si Pedro Hill, Vito Cruz, Vicente Lim. Si Vicente Lim, really? Oh, my fever. Oo, may fever ang para si Tadaki kon. Baka si Pedro Hill kasi Pasay kasi paglim. Doon yata yung ano, this former. Ah, baka Vicente Lim. Pedro Hill. Ay, mali. Mali ako.
Basta dito.
Ha?
Basta.
I don't, I don't know. Mali. The street was named in honor of this Jesuit priest who founded a meteorological observatory located in Ermita, Manila during the Spanish era in the Philippines. The street is still a well-known landmark along Top Avenue in Manila. Halos puro guess lang ako dito. Ano doon? Honor of this Jesuit priest. Sino ba? Doroteo Jose. I think Paura. Vito Cruz. I think si Vito Cruz. The street is still a well-known landmark along Top Avenue in Manila. Top Avenue in Federico Paura. Ha 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 ha. Ang hirap naman ito. Anong sagot mo ano? Paura? Sige nga. Oy, ang galing mo towards the vibes. You got it. I hide Nursery Vlog. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Nursery Vlog. Daghang salamat sa inyong pagbisita sa aking balay. Sa akong maliit na, sa gamay na balay. Magduwa. Guess lang. History, Philippine history. Formerly known as Calle Sacristia, this road was renamed in sound like priest ang name Kaya nga eh. Nine, this road was renamed in 1915 in honor of a Filipino-Chinese businessman who secretly supported the Filipino struggle for independence against the Spaniard and the Americans. He and his sons owned an art supply store in the Binondo district. I see. Calle Sacristia. Roman Ongpin, Paco Soler, Thomas Mapua. Ongpin? Okay. Uy! Wow! Ang galing ni ano ah! Ang galing mo, Torsy Vibe. Your ano ah. Pwede ka na sumali sa ano. Sa quiz bee. Galing ni Torsy Vibes. Formerly called Calle Rosario. Ang hirap pala tong mga ano to. This street was renamed after a past president of the Philippine Senate. In the 1950s, this senator came from the northern province of Abra. Sinong... Baka si ano, Mapua. Sound Chinese ilo. Ato. Baka si Thomas Mapua. Paredes? Mga kilala mo mga tao na to ah. kilala ni Tors, ano ah, ni Tors the Vibes. Up to this day, the street is commonly being referred to as Trabajo. Its former name. Hindi ko kilala. It was renamed after the chief of police and later mayor of Manila. Hindi ko alam kung naging ano ba to. Vicente Cruz, Arsenio Lacson, Manuel de la Puente. Lacson. Guess lang. Mali. Na tayo. Ang hirap pag ano, dapat pala nagbasa ng history na ko po. Nagre-review. Formerly known as Calle Azcaraga and a well-known thoroughfare at the heart of Manila's University Belt. This street was renamed after this famous Filipino lawyer, poet, and senator from Batangas. Oh? Hi, lisod ang history, oy. Calle Azcaraga. Manuel Quezon, Benito Legarda. Claro, Embrecto. Its former name was Melba Street in 1914. It was renamed in honor of a Filipino patriot who led a group of Filipinos in petitioning the expulsion of a certain corrupt Archbishop Payo. Oh, lisod sis. Lope de Vega. I think, ito. Ay, mali. Sleep na, sleep na ko sis pa. Nagsakit akong mata. Sige, good night, Thursday vibe. Karating lang ang asawa ko. Galing, galing trabaho. Maraming salamat, Thursday vibe. Good night, good night. Oo, late na rin kasi. Good night. Ano na ba ako? Naka ilang minutes na ba ako? Ay, naka 26 minutes na pala ako. Tapusin ko lang ito. He was the first registered architect in the Philippines, graduating with a degree in B.S. Architecture from Cornell University, a famous university in Intramuros. Ano pala to? As well as a busy street in Santa Cruz District in Manila was named after him. The former name of the street was Misericordia. Pedro Piazza. Ito. Thomas of Its former name was San Luis. This street located in Ermita was renamed after a former director of the Philippines National Library, which still stands along the street. Former director of the Philippine National Library, Teodoro M. Calo Sr. I see. Ang tama sa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 10. So, apat ang mali natin. Thank you, Thursday Vibe, sa iyong help. Philippine Constitution. Last na lang to. Who was the president of the 1987 Constitutional Commission? Constitutional Commission. Di naman yan. Ay, mali. The Philippines is largely a Catholic nation. Is the separation of church and state enshrined in 1987 Constitution. What is regarded by the state as a primary social economic force? I think labor. According to Article 3, Section 15 of the Constitution, The writ of habeas corpus may be suspended in times of rebellion or what? Terrorist, martial law. Ay, mali ako. The lower chamber of the Congress of the Philippines is known by what name? A member of either house of Congress may be expelled by their fellow members. For a member to be expelled, how much of the total number of members of a house must concur with the expulsion? Ah, two-thirds yata eh. Okay, got it. I guess. If a president wishes to veto a bill, he and she must communicate it within a certain span of time. Otherwise, the bill will become a law. How long is this span of time? I think 30 days. Okay. In the event that both the president and vice president are removed from office, who will act as president in the Philippines? The president of the Senate, the executive secretary. Ay, mali ako. One of the functions of the government is to enter into treaties and agreements with the governments of other states. However, such agreements will only be valid and effective when the concurrence of a specific government entity has been given. Name this government entity. Mm-hmm. Ay, mali. How many associate justices comprise the Supreme Court? Associate justice. Hindi ko alam eh. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. Mali. Yan, wala na. Gusto ko na to eh. Di lang. Yan. Last na lang, last na lang. Ulitin natin. Ito mga mali na hindi natin nasagutan. What were people of mixed Spanish, Chinese, Spanish native, or Chinese native ancestry referred to as? Sang ay mali din. A group of elite, well-educated individuals whose main focus was Philippine nationalism were collectively called Ilustrados. Okay. Natin. Palang sagot nito. Consulados, mali din. Ay, Stism pala. Who were the Peninsulares? Mali din. Ah, 5 na lang. What were individuals called if they were born in the Philippines but were of entirely Spanish descent? Ay, oh, really? Wait lang. Kaya kung mali dito. Where was the Rizal novel No Limit Hungary published? Spain. Ay, mali. England? Ni Berlin pala. From which language is the Filipino vernacular largely derived? Tagalog. Who was the chief advisor of General Emilio Aguinaldo? Apolinario Mabini pala. Who is the highest American military official that was killed in action during the Filipino-American War? Si Lotod pala yun. Who was the hero of the Battle of Tirad Pass? Gregorio del Pilar. Who was the last general of the Filipino-American Revolution to surrender to the Americans? O. Simeon Ula pala yun. Parang di ko ano yun ah. Who created the design for the Philippine national flag? Emilio Aguinaldo. Ay, tapos na. Thank you so much. May gawin ko lang itong 40 minutes. Who was the Spanish Governor General who ordered the deportation of Jose Rizal to the Pitan? Ay, mali. Mali din. Si ano pala? Si Governor General Yoleo Despojol. Ah, Spanish Governor kasi. Who named the country Islas de San Lazaro? I think si Kipil. Ay, mali. No. Ferdinand Magellan. Who was the credit with naming the Philippines Pilipinas? I think si ano. Hindi pala. Si Roy Lopez de Villalobos. Oh, I see. Yan, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all. And God bless you. Thank you, thank you. Shout out to all our members. Thank you. Good night sa inyong lahat. Good night, good night. Thank you so much sa inyong lahat.